Good morning, everybody. Today I received a great question from a man named Tom Lim, and he asks, what's the difference between noise gate and denoiser effects? Well, it's in a simple explanation, a noise gate removes all audio below the certain threshold and opens up the gate to all audio above that threshold. It can be useful for removing sound, especially when there's a lot of pauses, but you get a distinct jump between the zero level and when the threshold hits. Some people can notice that suddenly the sound cuts out and suddenly it's back, and it can be interesting. The denoiser, however, tries to find a print that you define below the threshold, and when that print is found throughout the entire clip, it tries to remove those sounds from the entire clip, whether there is audio on it or whether there is voice on it or not. It can be a little better for removing certain ambient sounds, but it can sound a little digital, and we're going to go through that a little bit right now. So this is my clip that I'm going to use as a sample, and you can hear there's a lot of background noise. There's a street right over here between us and this dealership here. You can see trucks going down it. So there's a lot of ambient sound. Now, just so you know, on this particular clip or on this particular show, I do not remove the noise. The reason is because I want the feeling of being on the lot, on the street of Sahara. It's very busy, things are happening, and as we get closer to the street, it gets really loud. All right, so let's turn on the noise gate.
13 Toyota Prius V, el híbrido, mitad eléctrico, mitad gasolina.
So you can hear whenever he pauses, the sound completely cuts out. And here are my parameters here that I have messed with. All right, let's go ahead and run through some of those parameters. The threshold is where in your volume that the sound will cut out. And this is about negative 45 decibels. It's about right here. So anything above this point will, actually it's about right here. Anything above this point will go through the gate, and anything below that point, the gate will close. So let's bring it up and see what happens. All right, let's go back to negative 45. Let's go a little bit lower, actually, see what happens. It's letting everything through at this point.
2013 Toyota Prius V, el híbrido, mitad eléctrico, mitad gasolina. Certificado con garantía de motor y transmisión.
Okay, I think 45 is about the sweet spot here. Okay, reduction is how much noise it's going to reduce.
¿Consideras un auto usado? Pídenos el reporte de Carfax.
When I get about here, it doesn't really work anymore. When I get up here, it's going to reduce everything. So this completely cuts it out. So if you want it to not be so harsh, you can come up here. Okay. Attack and release. Let's turn them off completely. See how it just suddenly, boom, 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 cuts everything?
Cortesía de David Wilson, Toyota of Las Vegas. Recuerda, ¿consideras un auto usado? Pídenos el reporte de Carfax. Protege tu inversión. Ve el historial del vehículo que considera.
I'm increasing the attack. This is when it sets the gate, when it closes the gate. Let's put the release. Actually, the attack is when it opens the gate, and the release is when it closes the gate. I usually don't use the hold. The hold will hold the gate open for the noise, unless there's a really big pause. So I don't use it. All right. Hysteresis.
¿Quieres un vehículo que sea tamaño mediano y te dé 40 millas por galón? Aquí lo tienes. 2000 13 Toyota Prius V, el híbrido.
Okay, now
mitad
what this
eléctrico,
does
mitad gasolina.
is it
Certificado con garantía
figures
de
out
motor y
how
transmisión
quickly it's going to
hasta
jump
las
on it.
100,000 millas. Además, un año o 15,000 millas de mantenimiento, cortesía
It's
de
kind of
David
like
Wilson's
threshold,
Toyota
but
of Las
not quite.
Vegas. Recuerda, consideras un
It
auto
decides how
usado,
big the gaps
pídenos
are,
el reporte
basically.
de Carfax, protege tu inversión, ve el historial del vehículo que considera vehículo que contamine lo menos posible.
And
un
look
vehículo
ahead.
que sea
This
tamaño
is
mediano
the
y te dé
length of
40
time
millas por
that it
galón.
looks ahead to
Aquí lo
see
tienes.
when it's going to attack, or when it's going to
2013
release,
Toyota
actually, when it's
Prius
going to close the
V,
gate,
híbrido,
when it's
mitad
going to open it.
eléctrico, mitad gasolina. Certificado con garantía de motor y transmisión hasta las 100,000 millas. Además,
Sounds a little
un
strange,
año
so let's
o
bring it
15,000
back up a
millas de
little bit.
mantenimiento, cortesía de David Wilson's Toyota of
So
Las
this will
Vegas.
fade up the beginning
Recuerda,
and fade out the end,
consideras un
and it
auto
kind of
usado, pídenos
tightens
el
that
reporte de
in.
Carfax, protege tu inversión,
All right,
ve el
this
historial del
side chain,
vehículo
if you
que
put the
considera
monitor
que
on,
contamine
this is so
lo
that you
menos
can
posible.
pinpoint
Quieres un
where
vehículo
the
que
noise
sea
is
tamaño mediano y te dé
and
40 millas por galón,
remove
aquí
it.
lo tienes. 2013 Toyota Prius V, el híbrido, mitad eléctrico, mitad gasolina. Certificado con garantía de motor y transmisión hasta las 100,000 millas. Además, un año o 15,000
Okay,
millas de
now let's go with the
mantenimiento,
denoiser.
cortesía de David Wilson's Toyota of Las Vegas. Recuerda, consideras un auto usado, pídenos el reporte de Carfax,
Can you hear what
protege
it's
tu
doing?
inversión, ve el historial del vehículo que considera vehículo que contamine lo menos
Let's
posible.
turn it off.
¿Quieres un vehículo que sea tamaño mediano y te dé 40 millas por galón? Aquí lo tienes.
And now let's turn it back on.
2013 Toyota Prius V, el híbrido, mitad eléctrico, mitad
So what it's
gasolina.
trying to do, and I've tweaked this already, but what it's trying to do is it's trying to find a noise print
hasta las
right
100,000
here.
millas. Además, un año
It'll allow
o
everything
15,000
above
millas de
this, and it'll
mantenimiento,
allow everything
cortesía
below
de
it,
David Wilson's
but it won't
Toyota
allow
of
everything
Las Vegas.
in that print.
Recuerda, consideras un
Okay, so
auto
here's my
usado,
threshold.
pídenos el reporte de Carfax,
Similar to a
protege tu
noise gate
inversión,
on the
ve el
threshold
historial del
part.
vehículo que considera vehículo que contamine lo menos posible. ¿Quieres un vehículo que sea tamaño mediano y te dé 40 millas por galón? Aquí lo tienes. 2013
my
Toyota
reduce.
Prius V, el híbrido, mitad eléctrico, mitad gasolina. Certificado con garantía de motor y transmisión
And my
hasta las
noise
100,000
type.
millas. Además, un año o 15,000 millas de mantenimiento, cortesía de David Wilson's Toyota of Las Vegas. Recuerda,
Noise type would be
consideras un
white
auto
noise, blue
usado,
noise, pink
pídenos el
noise,
reporte
brown
de
noise,
Carfax,
so on and so
protege
forth.
tu inversión, ve el historial del vehículo que considera
And the
vehículo que
spectrum I'm
contamine
looking
lo
for
menos posible.
is right
¿Quieres
about
un
here.
vehículo que sea tamaño mediano y te dé 40 millas por galón? Aquí lo tienes. 2013 Toyota
Okay,
Prius
frequency
V, el
is the
híbrido,
frequency
mitad
of that
eléctrico,
noise.
mitad gasolina. Certificado con garantía de motor y transmisión hasta las 100,000 millas. Además, un año o 15,000
The
millas de
soothing time
mantenimiento,
is basically your
cortesía de
attack.
David Wilson's Toyota of Las Vegas.
And if you listen to
Recuerda,
it without the soothing time,
consideras
it
un
sounds
auto
really
usado,
digital.
pídenos el reporte de Carfax, protege tu inversión, ve el historial del vehículo que considera vehículo que contamine lo menos posible. ¿Quieres un vehículo que sea tamaño
And then
mediano y te dé
transition is
40
release.
millas por galón? Aquí lo tienes. 2013 Toyota Prius V, el híbrido, mitad eléctrico, mitad gasolina. Certificado
Okay,
con garantía de motor y
so those are the
transmisión
two effects.
hasta las 100,000 millas. Además, un año
Let's shrink this down and let's run through one time.
que sea
No
tamaño
effect.
mediano y te dé 40 millas por galón, aquí lo tienes. 2013 Toyota Prius V, el híbrido, mitad eléctrico, mitad gasolina. Certificado con garantía de motor y transmisión hasta las 100,000 millas. Además,
You can hear
un
quite a
año
bit of noise.
que sea
Okay,
tamaño
noise
mediano y
gate.
te dé 40 millas por galón, aquí lo tienes. 2013 Toyota Prius V, el híbrido, mitad eléctrico, mitad gasolina. Certificado con garantía de motor y transmisión hasta las 100,000 millas. Además, un año que
And
sea
denoiser.
tamaño mediano y te dé 40 millas por galón, aquí lo tienes. 2013 Toyota Prius V, el híbrido, mitad eléctrico, mitad gasolina. Certificado con garantía de
So
motor
can you
y
hear the
transmisión
difference?
hasta las 100,000 millas. Además, un año
In the noise gate, you can hear the noise when he's talking, but you don't hear anything when he's not. And on the denoiser, you don't hear the noise throughout the whole thing, but you do hear some weird little artifacts, like sounds like a bird chirping every time he stops talking. That can be tweaked a little bit, but you are going to lose a little bit of frequency and dynamics from the denoiser. So you might want to use the denoiser maybe with a compressor to try to bring up some of those frequencies that you're missing. Maybe you can tweak the two of them together and clean it up a bit. You could also use both of these two effects together. They won't really fight with each other.
2013 Toyota Prius V, el híbrido, mitad eléctrico, mitad gasolina. Certificado con garantía de motor y transmisión hasta las 100,000 millas. Además.
All right, so there you have it. Thank you, Tom, for such a great question. I really appreciate that because that gives me ideas of things that you guys want to learn. All right, so thank you guys very much for watching. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment, and I'll do my best to answer them as best as I can. All right, thank you very much for watching.